In this video, I'm going to show you how to create an AI agent. Here I have a magic cloud. Now, if you want to have an AI agent, the first thing you have to do is to go to machine learning. Then you need to create a type. I'm going to call mine AI agent tests. Then you need to choose flavor. The flavor needs to be AI agent. If you do not have this flavor in your cloudlet, then you need to go to manage, you need to go to plugins, and you need to filter on OpenAI and install this plugin. I've already installed it, so I can create my type, call it AI agent test, and choose this flavor. When I choose the flavor, notice this system message, how it changes. You see the flavors, they're just templated system messages, really, that's what they are. And some of these flavors, if I now choose Frank, for instance, they ask me for a base URL, which it will scrape to use as the foundation to create the AI agent. However, I'm going to be using the AI agent flavor, which does not ask me for a URL because it's a generic system message. So what is a system message? Well, it's kind of like a system instruction. If you've ever created any GPTs, you know that each GPT has a system instruction. The system message is that system instruction. And basically what this particular system message says, it instructs OpenAI about how OpenAI can return JSON to the cloudlet to execute functions. So I'm instructing the LLM here in its system message how it can invoke and execute functions. I call these functions AI functions. If you look further down here, search for a function is one function actually. So this allows me to search for a function based upon this particular query. Then it contains additional instructions about what queries and how the LLM can modify the query to find the correct function. Here you see another function, scrape URL. This scrapes the specified URL. Search the web, invokes DuckDuckGo, an AI function. List all functions. That basically just lists every single function in the type and generate images. So if I want to remove, for instance, the ability to generate images, okay, then I just, click delete here on this particular part of the system message. However, I'm going to keep this one around, and then it contains a couple of additional rules, such as how to return dates, etc., etc. And now I can click save. So now I have an AI agent. If I now click this guy and I click the front end guy, assuming I've installed the AI expert system, yet again, if you don't have the AI expert system, you can go to manage, you can go to plugins, you can filter on AI-expert, at which point you can install the AI expert system. But I've already installed it, so here we can see the AI expert system, and this particular instance has been configured to accept SSO logins using Google's OpenID Connect. So I can log in with Google here now. Already at this point, I can use the AI agent test to, for instance, scrape iniro.io and create a 2-paragraph summary. And here you can see it was capable of successfully scraping iniro.io and create a summary. And I can also do search the web for Thomas Hansen Hyperlambda, but do not scrape any URLs, only return the hyperlinks you find. And here you can see the search results that DuckDuckGo returns for this particular query. So now we have the base of the ability to execute AI functions. Now let's say I want to add the ability to send emails. Okay, I go to machine learning. Now, depending upon how available I want to have this AI function or not, I can choose to either add it as a training snippet into the types. I go to training data, I filter on AI agent tests, and I click add function here, which gives me every single AI workflow that the system contains. At this point, I can, for instance, find and search for email, and I can click install on this guy. What this does now, when I click save here, and I close this guy, is that it adds this particular item as a drag training data snippet. This means that if I write anything that matches this particular training snippet, then this training snippet will be added to the context that the Magic Cloudlet sends to OpenAI, giving it an additional temporary instruction about how to send an email. And here you can see now, if I now save this guy, and I go back to types here, and I click vectorize, and I click vectorize here now. Then I open up my front-end AI expert system, I log in, and I tell it that I want to send an email. Then what's going to happen is that the LLM is going to see that it has incomplete data, and that it needs the name of the recipient, email address, reply to, email address for reply to, subject of the email, and body content, okay? Name of the recipient, Thomas Hansen, thomas@gaiasoul.com. Reply to is John Doe, john@doe.com. Subject is, did you read my email? Body is, I need you to read my email. And now it shows me what it is about to send and asks me to confirm. Okay, I'm going to confirm it. And now it's sent an email to thomas@gaiasoul.com. Now if I close this guy, and I close this guy, and I go to train machine learning, and I choose history here now, we can actually see what OpenAI returned. If I now click on this first one, send it, then you will see that OpenAI returns this section back to me. The Cloudlet again is looking for sections similarly to this, at which point if it finds them, it will actually use this JSON here as the foundation to execute this file. This file again, if I now go into system, MISC workflows, send emails.hl, let me open it in a different browser window. I open HyperID, I go to, let's see, system MISC, okay, I need to show system files. System MISC workflows, send emails inside of workflows again. System MISC, sorry, I'm in the wrong guy. Let me see. System MISC. System MISC workflows, send email. Then this Hyperlambda file is executed as a consequence of this JSON payload being returned from OpenAI. Now, if I want to create my own function, then I can do that. So now let me first hide system files here. Let me close this guy, and let me create a new module. Now I can create a module, I name it foo. Then inside of foo, I can create another module, and I can make another folder, I name it workflows. That's important because the machine learning tab will only return files that exists inside of workflows when you click the add function thing to add an AI function to your type. Then I can create a new file, called it log.hl. So I want to write a description. This function creates a log item. This function will log the specified message. message value string, and the message argument is mandatory. Now I can write log.info argument slash asterisk slash message return result success. Now if I save this guy and go back to manage, and actually before I go back to manage, I need to make sure its type is public. Save it. Now if I save this guy, I go back to machine learning, go to training data, filter on the type here, I click add function, I filter on log. You will see all of a sudden I now have a new AI function I can declaratively use in this particular type. If I save this guy, I close this guy, I go back to types, I vectorize the model, I close it, open up the AI expert system in a different browser window, click login with Google. I want to create a log item with the value, with the message being how the world from AI function. Now if I go back to the cloudlet, I click MISC, I click log here, you will see how the world from AI function. And if I now go to manage, I go to machine learning, I go to history here now, I choose the type, you will see the AI function being invoked by the LLM here. Now, if I want that, let's say I want that this creates a log item to be available in the base type, then I could, instead of adding it as a training snippet, I could just copy its declaration here. I can delete it. I can go back to the type here. I can click configure on this particular type here, and then I can add it at the bottom, how to create a log item. Now, if I paste in the declaration here, this function will log the specified message. The message argument is mandatory. Every time the user writes foo as his prompt, then create a new log item with the message being foo was here, by returning the following, by responding with the following. Save it, and now go back here, I write foo, hopefully it's gonna work. Go back here, log, foo was here. So now all of a sudden I'm no longer dependent upon writing a query that actually matches the RAG data, because the ability to invoke this particular AI function is a part of the type's basic system instruction. So it always has access to actually create log items. This might be useful if you, for some reasons, have have AI function invocations that will not always be matched towards whatever the user is writing into the AI chatbot. And that was how to create and execute AI functions using Magic Cloud. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.